everyone, this is Gerard here. Not just doing this episode because I want to. I feel like this has to come out there because of the recent event that took place a week ago regarding wrestlers being accused of course, rape, sexual assault, harassment. However, the scenario has been played out this past week. Let's talk about how this whole thing started. It started last Wednesday with David Starr, where his ex-girlfriend, a woman named Tori, tweeted this out on Twitter about how David Starr treated her, you know, all this and that. And David Starr commented this. He didn't deny this. He kind of said that he has been an awful partner, but he also stated that he's an emotional dickhead. That's his statement on Twitter, since now his Twitter page has been closed because of that. Because of these allegations that started with David Starr, his reputation has fallen apart, is no longer well known throughout the wrestling world anymore. Um, Apparently, he was a title holder for three different promotions: OTT Wrestling, Rev Pro, and of course TNT Extreme Wrestling, all based on the UK area, especially except for OTT, which is Ireland. And he had to relinquish those titles. But at the same time, he had to relinquish his position in relation with We the Independent. As you've been aware, he has been a strong supporter of unionizing pro wrestling for years, and of course, there was a price to pay because of that. And now these allegations coming out has cost him even further his career. And the following statement came from We the Independent. Came from this. This is what they said. We no, hold on. My bad. Got the wrong page here. Sorry about that. Here it is. Yes. We the Independent mission has been support and help independent artists, particularly those who have are victims of abuse and discrimination. In light of recent activity on social media, We Independent and David Starr have come into a neutral agreement to relinquish his relation with the company effective immediately. It is our hope to move forward from this. We appreciate and value the fans and talent who have supported our aim to establish a safer and fair environment for all, while we also understand and respect those who may have now move on. We, the independent, and larger than some one person. With time, we hope to move forward stronger and better. David Starr did stated that since this could be the end of his wrestling career, he's okay with it. So basically, it appears now that no other promotion willing to touch him. Now, as you may think, it should have been over with him like that, with just him accusation. Apparently, someone hashtag put out "Speak Out," and now it appears that more wrestlers are now being out with accusations against them. The first person that kind of shocked me a little bit was Jordan Devlin. Uh, we all know him as the Irish Ace, who made waves throughout the UK, especially in the UK wrestling scene, and of course the NXT UK. Now WWE did stated about these accusations, saying we take allegations of this nature very seriously and are looking into the matter. Um, this accusation came from a woman named Hannah Francesca, who accused Jordan Devlin and showed photos of her bruises from all over her body except for certain areas she refuses to put out. Now, Jordan Devlin denies the allegations, but he did stated this on Twitter the day that these accusations came out. I didn't even want to address the hurtful allegations made against me, but for the sake of my followers and friends on this platform that may, for whatever reason, be unsure, I'm going to address this once. The recent allegations made against me are completely and utterly false, and I deny it entirely. The case of a malicious personal agenda being accused against me on the bad, very brave of true experience by other women. I completely denounce it. This is all I will say on the matter, and I am now working with the legal team to help decide how to proceed it from here. So since then, now WWE are still looking into it. It appears that he's no longer the NXT Cruiserweight Champion since he hasn't appeared recently defending the title, being stuck in the UK during the pandemic crisis. But it turns out there were more allegations not coming from the British team, but also at the NXT UK front. Apparently, 3 wrestlers have now been accused of these allegations as well. Travis Banks, Joe Coffey, and Logero. So Travis Banks, his accusations was by Millie McKenzie, who at the time was 17 years old, under the tutelage of Travis Banks at Fight Club Pro. She stated that he took advantage of his power, even though she made the statement that he's a manipulative liar and all this. But Travis Banks has, of course, made the following statement. Give me a minute here. Okay. This is what Travis Banks stated once these accusations came out. Millie was a trainee of mine at Fight Club Pro. She was also a close personal friend. We would be at shows together, attended same social events, traveled together, hanged out at wrestlers' houses where I was living. It was through this friendship and consensual it was formed. The relationship broke down between both parties, ended. After it ended, we agreed to talk it out. We apologized to each other for any individual actions behind the relationship breakdown. After seeing these allegations, I can only repeat my apology. I'm truly sorry for any pain that I caused by the relationship. Now, like I said, WWE are also looking to the matter. They made the same treatment as like anybody, but there's still no statement by Joe Coffey, who also was in fact accused for this. El Ligero posted this on Twitter not too long ago when his accusations came out as well. This is what he had to say. The current story that has been released by Violet O'Hara, Claire Michelle Oatfield, is neither accurate nor true. This is completely false allegations. It risks I've done other things in my life that I deeply regret. This is an accurate or truthful portrayal of events. This is something I strongly deny and something I have been in the process of speaking to legal team about. So that's all he posted out. But apparently another NXT UK star, Kylie Ray, had a different opinion towards El Ligero. So this is what what she had to say when Ligero made this statement. Perfect response and exact words, the same way you always knew exactly what to say to relate. So that 1, you don't come off as the bad guy. 2, you get what you want, and 3, people feel sorry for you. I find this disgusting and manipulative, seeking any empathy. Now, there's still no word about these 3 superstars, especially Jordan Devlin, if they will lose their jobs or not. So that even though WWE are still looking into the matter at hand. Now, it appears that ever since these men already been out there with these accusations, the original bro, Matt Riddle, has now been put on the spot as well when someone, independent wrestler Kathy Cartwright, spoke out about what happened. She said her claim was when they were in a van 2 years ago during the Evolve times, Riddle actually forced her to have sex while everybody were asleep in the van, and he said that if she didn't do what she was told, he was gonna break her neck. So she described the experience humiliating, but Matt Riddle did stated about what happened. He did not spoke out. Even WWE made that same official statement about, they're looking into the matter. So I'm right now gonna see if I can find the accusations that were made to Riddle, because I know that his attorney spoke out over this on Twitter, that it was posted by Riddle himself. Let's see, where did I can find that? Ah, here it is. Let's. Well, it looks like they're. But I can try to remember what the attorney said. They've been aware that Kathy Cartwright has been stalking Matt Riddle and his wife for nearly 2 years because of these allegations. So they're trying to say that none of this is true, that it's all false by Kathy Cartwright. But we still don't know yet. Now, originally they wanted to pull the debut match from Matt Riddle on SmackDown, but it appears that after this he will not making appearances ever since now these allegations are coming true. Now, since then, more allegations came out about more people in the wrestling world that were accused of sexual allegations. This one came out with NWA, where they announced that a woman named Liz Savage on Twitter pointed out that NWA VP David Lagana was sexually, whatever was accused from her. He resigned his position immediately, but he awfully denies the whole accusations of what's going on. And didn't stop there. It was also going on with others. So, turns out that MLW also made the official announcement as well that their ring announcer, what's his name, Mark Adam Hagerty, was now released from the company due to the fact of these sexual allegations that now came forward about. It didn't go there. It also sparked another MLW star, Douglas James. From he was released by MLW, and he made the following statement over what happened to him. He did say that he's owning up for what he did, that there's no excuse, that he felt that he's left his friends and family and his peers down for all of this that happened. So there's still no official word from MLW what they're going to about these, but they had to do the right thing. Now, the next shocking one came out a few days ago, was in fact Joey Ryan has been accused as well, over a dozen accusations against him. I'm not going to name all these women, but many of they describe their experience with Joey has becoming more volatile and more describing, hurtful how they did. Joey did put out a tweet about the allegations. He said that he's not going to dissect them, but he did state it about the reasons of this was because ever since the video of him with the dick flip went viral, he acted more like a rock star, and ever since then he has been saying that he is sorry for what he's done, that he's owning up to his action, but at the same time, his behavior also cost him his marriage with Laura James, who finalized their divorce last year, and they split back 2 years ago. Their marriage only lasted 2 years, and since then, Joey's promotion, Bar Wrestling, has been ceased operations. They're no longer operating, and their relation with Bootleg Theater, which they normally have their shows, has decided to call all ties with them. Recent news came out that not only that, because of these allegations, Impact Wrestling decided to cut Joey Ryan from their company. And he's not the only one from Impact that was also cut. So was Dave Christ, due to a wrestling academy that spoken out how he has mistreated certain wrestlers, especially in the women's division, how they were being trained. And also has been revealed in Impact, Michael Elgin has also been accused. A female wrestler also revealed about some certain pictures that I'm not going to go to. It's kind of disturbing. But Impact Wrestling made the decision right from the start to suspend him. Now, many fans are questioning Impact's reasons to suspend him instead of firing him. Now, I cannot speak for Impact, but I do know they want to look into these allegations themselves to see for sure, because we do know that Michael Elgin is becoming a huge star in Impact. He was originally a star in New Japan, but he fell out of favor due to his behavior towards another wrestler. But it's still unclear what's going to happen, but it has been drawn to attention that he's been pulled from the Slammiversary pay-per-view show on July 18th. So there's still no word, but they're looking into Michael Elgin's allegations, what has been coming through. Now, recently, yesterday, this came forward about Sammy Guevara. Apparently, 4 years ago, he made an interview, and that interview somehow leaked out about him saying some remarks about how he wanted to, I don't like to say it, how he felt like he wanted to rape Sasha Banks. This has come out in the light, and Sammy reevaluated what just happened, but he did apologize directly to Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks even stated herself that she talked to him personally and they worked these issues out. And because of this, AEW made it clear that he will be suspended without pay, but all his salary will be donated to the Women's Center in Jacksonville. Um, he will not be fired for the time, but he is sentenced to go to sensitivity training. They will, once his rehab or whatever he's doing is been complete, AEW is going to reevaluate everything, his status within the company. Sammy did made a video today on his YouTube channel. It wasn't a regular vlog like we normally would get every Tuesday. He did state it how he felt, how he is sorry to let his friends, his family down because he didn't expect this was going to go down, but he's owning up to his actions of what transpired. And he did stated that he evaluated the Sammy from then in 2016 to Sammy to now to 2020. He did stated that he has grown up, that he thought by saying those words were be a joke, but he realized now that it wasn't a joke. He should have been more open about how he was going to say what he was going to say. He felt immature at the time, but all we can do it for many fans to, how to say, hopefully he can learn from his mistakes, even though he did not commit it, no act of sexual abuse or rape. We can say that maybe we'll see what time will tell. But fans, I don't know how they would feel about Sammy due to those remarks that he say. I know there are those who feel that he should have been fired and all this, but it turns out also that Sammy's not the only AEW star that actually has been put out there. And it turns out that there was another person too who in fact has been called out, and that person is Jimmy Havoc. Now AEW has issued that they are going to send him to rehab to give him help that he needs. He was getting a nice push for a tag team division alongside Kip Sabian. Many fans are saying they should have fired him, but we don't know if they're looking into it or they're trying to evaluate the situation. We don't know yet exactly how they're going to proceed it. So, but now more and more and more accusations are coming out into the light to this matter. Recently, this came about. Now they're saying Darby Allin's amongst them, and now Marty Scurll. You know, the list goes on. But now some people are saying that this is the end of independent wrestling for certain people. But no, Pete Dunne, who has been well respected in the UK wrestling scene for a long time, did state he asked fans not to give up faith on the UK wrestling scene, that they will bounce back, and of course the independent wrestling scene will not die whatsoever, but it will pick up the pieces by another generation. And I have to say, I believe that because that's something that it needs to be done. Even though what happened now was one of the greatest times, but now, like they say, when one era ends, another one begins. Now, we may never know when that era will begin, but we can be there to give support and cheer for those guys for bringing it back into pieces. And the greatest news happened yesterday, that was announced. Uh, Thunder Rosa decided to turn Sabotage Wrestling, a well-known, respected promotion out of her home territory in Texas. She just gonna turn it into an all-female wrestling promotion. A lot of women praises Thunder Rosa for what she's done. One female wrestler recounted a situation that took place a long time ago alongside with Thunder, where the promoter was acting so weird to them. Apparently, they were staying at a hotel. He booked rooms for all three of them. Instead of giving the women their own room, he decided to share a room with them. Thunder Rosa picked it up right away what was going on. So instead, she decided to pay for another room out of money from her pocket. The other female wrestler said that Thunder Rosa didn't ask her to pitch in, but she believes that this is the kind of act that she did. She knew something was off, and she decided to act on it. And I have to say, Thunder Rosa is. I feel right now Thunder Rosa is now being one of the leading women to lead by example. I'm a fan of Thunder Rosa. I love what she does, but let's take a minute to talk about what's been happening. I do not condone this type of behavior, people to take advantage of other female wrestlers. To me, it's disgusting. It's inappropriate. It should not have happened. If you out there know anybody who has been in this position, that they were raped and they've been sexually abused, if you know a friend, doesn't matter if it's a friend, a family member, give them the courage to speak out. You can't keep this hidden forever. Speak out. And that moment, things will change. It will take time to heal, but it will change for you. Knowing that everything will be okay. But right now, I'm going to say this. Is this ever going to stop? We don't know. There's still more allegations coming out. I can barely keep up. But for now, let's just end it here. Stand by later on today. I will do another episode for the Tuesday wrestling, since today is Tuesday. So I'll see you guys later. So I must bid all of you adieu. So goodbye. Mwah. And have a nice day. Bang.